Welcome back to Wook Plus. I'm Weekend Wook, joined by Great Wendt and T. So, if you haven't seen it yet, Phish has filed in federal court for an injunction and seizure, right? And it goes through their tour. It's listed in the injunction order. Yeah, and basically what they're saying is that within a certain time period, 10 hours before, 6 hours after show, and 20-mile vicinity of each venue, it's asking for the right to seize any property that is in violation of their trademarks. So I guess at first sight, it looks kind of like they're going after Shakedown and people making bootleg material and merch. But T, what were you saying? Because I think that's really interesting about what you saw in LA.
Yeah, at the bowl. I mean, they had bootleg shirts that looked just like the venue shirts, that had like the cool little retro fish at the Hollywood Bowl fronts on them. The same ones that they're selling at the dry goods store right now online, I think. It's the same shirt. Basically, it's the exact same design, except on the back of the bootleg one, it had like all the dates on it, which was kind of cool. And they had them in different colors, like they had rainbow ones, and like so there was like a variety.
And it said like fish and everything. It was like the exact
It was
replicas,
like the
right?
exact same shirt, black. Like most of them were black because they were black. And the thing is, they were $10, and they were like there was a couple when you get there's a couple like there was a merch stand outside the gates to get in that was an official Phish merch stand. But then right after that, as you're walking in from the whole walk in, there was just the dudes selling the shirts, like 50 of them, at least, like all over the place. Like they're everywhere. Just they were everywhere selling
Seems
them.
super
And
organized too.
yeah, and it was like $10. And like I said, $10, and it was actually a nice shirt.
So the
Like,
quality
I
was
don't know. Yeah, because this year this tour's sweatshirt and shirt changed from like the normal super comfy sweatshirt that they always have and like softer shirts to a little bit different material. So I was like, geez, not only is it $10, you get the tour dates on the back and it's a softer shirt. I was like, it's a
no.
win-win-win to just buy from those guys. So I'm sure, but I mean, they were literally the bowl's a unique situation because like as you walk in, it's the concourse, like the way you get in there. But they were just, I mean, 10 feet away from the main merch stand, 5 feet away from the main merch stand selling that stuff. So, or one of the main merch stands outside. So,
Was
I
was
can see
it
why they were probably a little bit like,
was did you walk up and see? Do you know if it was like a decal or if the bootleg ones were actually screen printed?
no, I didn't. I saw a couple people wearing them inside, and I tried to go up and look at them a little bit closer, and they looked not super cheap. Like it wasn't gonna just melt off like a couple of the ones
Right.
that
I mean,
I've had in the past.
it's pretty affordable to make these shirts. The markup that Fish puts on them is insane.
But it's
But
the
I think the point remains though that if you're gonna like do a direct violation of their trademark, like put fish on it or like lyrics or something, I don't feel bad. You know what I mean? Like I don't want them going after like artists on Shakedown that are like playing by the rules and are just getting by. But like if you have this organized thing where you're like ripping off actual trademarks and stuff, I mean, you have to protect IP, I think.
And I think, that's what you get too. They release the designs early to show everybody, the stuff, and then it gives the bootleggers time to like cop that stuff. So I mean, like I said, Friday walking in there, I was like, how did they oh yeah, right. They posted it all, so they knew what the design was, so they copied it, and it was like a legit
oops.
knockoff. So yeah.
Kev, you've been around for a century. Have you seen anything like this before? Has Fish gone down this path before?
I mean, Amy's taken stuff from me on multiple occasions. Jamie used to have her little crew, Clifford Ball, selling Gamehenge University stickers like you put on the back of your window, like from a real college. Have like 10 of them. She comes up, she's like, "You got to give them to me." And I looked at her and she took them, and I took off running because I had like 200 more in my backpack. And I was like, "I'm not letting you get my backpack." So, but there was also Waldo back then, Sean Knight, who got sued in 2001 because the backstory is he used to give shirts to fishmen. Fishmen would
Kev,
wear.
were you wait real quick? Were you a fast runner back then?
I was.
Okay.
But also
Okay.
you disappear down an aisle and everyone closes in behind you, you know. It's like the Red Sea. But
So nimble and quick in your youth.
yes, exactly. A street urchin. Oh, so Sean Knight, would give shirts to Fishmen. Fishmen loved them. Fishmen wore them. Somebody from the band was like, "Dude, this guy's ripping us off. It's our intellectual property. You can't wear them." When Fishman went back and said that to Sean, Waldo, they used to call him, he kept making them. So it came to a head in 2001. He got sued. He had to stop it. Now, this is different than that in as much as it's a court order against someone we don't know. It's like Minority Report. So it's
Yeah,
definitely
John Doe, Jane Doe, ABC Company. It's
right.
basically like we have no idea who's doing it, but
Right.
somebody's doing it. We want
Right.
to.
And the reason that they could get this injunction in order to seizure because they knew where the person John Doe would be. And that's why
Right.
it's 20 miles, 10 hours before, 6 hours after. So that's how they got this through. At first, I was like, that's crazy. They're going after the little guy. But I think you're right, Tim, that this isn't going to be about me selling my Coyote shirt. You know?
Right.
They're going to be
Yeah,
looking.
they're not
They'll
coming after you.
probably
Yeah.
give the security people a list of pictures at the venue. This is the merch for this venue. Look for someone selling this design, you know?
It's going to be interesting to see how successful this is against the bootleg merch while like nitrous is still flying around. And I don't have an opinion either way really on it, but it would go to show like where the priorities are. It's like, oh,
But
you
but
selling nitrous, we don't care. You're taking money out of our pocket,
my
bringing
whole
down the iron fist.
my whole issue is bringing the cop into the lot. You know,
Yeah.
they're saying that the marshals can do this, any security guard can seize property. So all of a sudden you have a bunch of meatheads running around grabbing stuff because they have no idea 10-10-420 is a pot reference and not a Phish song or something
Right.
like that, you know?
All right. Well, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out on tour. But like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think about this injunction and if you think Phish is justified to go after these people or not, and if we're right in the fact that we think it's about these individuals specific on these tour shirts.